Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, everybody. How are you doing today? How are you doing today? Hopefully everyone is doing well on this Friday. I appreciate everybody who comes in. Before we get to this story, because what we're going to do is we're going to give you the continuation, or the conclusion rather, of the story that I was talking about on my last live, which was Wednesday. You should check it out if you have not, about the woman who basically squirreled away $47,000 and then watched her husband suffer. And they've been suffering with finances, and she squirreled away money anyways. Oh, sorry. Didn't I turn it down? Anyways. Thank you so much. Greatness says Chantel stole 60,000 from her ex-husband Pedro and thought nothing was wrong. If it was the other way around, it would be a problem. Thank you so much, Greatness, for your contribution. We're gonna go back to this one before it gets lost. Matter of fact, let me star it so that I don't lose it. Before I get into the subject matter of this video, of this live stream, the first thing that I want to do, as a matter of fact, the first thing that I want to do is I want to thank each and every person that comes to my channel, that supports my channel with any amount of support. And I want y'all to understand what I mean by support. I mean monetary support, such as the super chats that I'm receiving. Thank you so much, Steve, for your contribution as well. Thank you, David. Said, good afternoon, sister. Looking forward to this cook. And we are definitely going to cook. Thank you so much for your contribution. Thank you so very much for that. I want to thank everybody that supports through monetary supporting. I don't sit here and beg y'all to hit the super chat, beg y'all to hit the Cash App. A lot of people even have to ask me what's my Cash App because I don't have it posted up here. So I thank everybody from the $1 to the $100. Everybody all the contributions are welcome. And I don't view any of the contributions to be small, because I recognize that people are giving their hard-earned money and that they are choosing to give money to me because I provide some value, even if it's just entertainment, to them. The other forms of support are your likes. Those I do ask for. And your subscribership, even your viewership, is a support to my channel. So I wanted to start off by thanking all of you, because you guys have made this YouTube run worth it in so many different ways for me. Thank you for understanding why I'm here, why I am a content creator that makes the content that I make. I want to thank you all for understanding that, for coming here to support a message that you deem valuable, and that you understand what I'm trying to do. No, I didn't get the plaque. I'm not going to get that plaque. That's okay. I would like my plaque, but thank you, Thanos, for becoming a member. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Thanos, for becoming a member of the channel. I'm going to start dropping more membership content. I'll do a membership live when I get I'll need more members to make that. I'll make that something because I did realize that I could make a live stream. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But thank you so much, Thanos. I appreciate your membership. If y'all look, y'all should be able to have like little different icons. So I added Sonic. All you got to do is type Sonic. If you're a member, you know how you supposed to do stuff in the chat. Colon, the word followed by a colon. So if y'all are members and y'all type colon Sonic colon, that should bring up a Sonic. I actually want somebody to do that to see if it worked. The same with there's a pic. I got a little icon of hyena's back feet. So that one is back feet. I'm gonna have to, I guess, put that in the instructions so people will know. But thank you so much, Mrs. LD, for also becoming a member. I appreciate you. I'm still navigating this membership thing. So as I get more adept at how to share the perks with you guys, there'll be more perks. You understand what I'm saying? So thank you for bearing with me. Thank you so much, Theo. I appreciate you so much for your contribution as well. So greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Ralph said, "You're the people's champ, TT. We love you, plaque or not." Thank you so much. And thank you. Mass Man said, "Donations, donations, donations. Jokes aside, you're truly appreciated, good sister." Thank you so very much. That means a lot to me. The reason I'm talking about this is because I'm not going to dedicate a whole video, a whole show to a shout out to the good sis, Danica, who chin checked for me and chin checked for herself. I'm not going to give any shout outs or any shine, but I recognize that you always going to have some haters. And I realize that if you're doing something right, you're going to have haters. If you don't have no haters, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. Because I guarantee nothing that I say or do on this platform, any other of these others would have anything negative to say about it if I didn't have numbers. If my channel wasn't over 100,000, if apparently there's pocket watching going on. All right. Apparently there's pocket watching happening. Fine. Watch my pocket. I want you to watch closely because I'm about to put on a clinic. Because this channel is being retooled. And when I say retooled, I don't want to frighten my subscribers. I'm not leaving my core message and the reason why you subscribe to me in the first place. I'm not leaving that. I'm just reshaping how I give you that information. That's it. I'll say this and I'll move on. Because like I said, if I had 2 people in my chat room, nobody would care what I was saying or what I wasn't saying, or how I was saying it or how I wasn't saying it. I'll say this and I'll move on. What I'm most offended by isn't what was said about me. I'm not offended by that or affected by it. The problem that I was having was how you gonna tell grown people who they should be watching and who they shouldn't be watching and who they should get their money to. I found that offensive. How you gonna tell grown people where to put their money, where to spend their time, whose show to watch, who to contribute to, who to support? People are grown and they do what they want to do. Whether they doing it with you or not, it don't matter. Can't make nobody do nothing. And that's all I'm gonna say to that. Don't go over there. How you gonna tell grown people what benefit they're getting from any particular place? Then try to cover it up with this righteous talk. Oh, well, she doing this and she's supposed to be doing it like this and this, that, and the third. Again, if I had two people watching, it wouldn't matter whether I was being righteous or unrighteous, now would it? So it's about money. That's what it's about. I think Crimson Cure is over there making too much money. You don't know what I make. Because I don't come here to floss and front and stunt about what I do or don't make. Because it's not important to what I say. Has nothing to do with nothing that I talk about. What I do on how much money I do or don't make on YouTube has nothing to do with the 10 life values and nothing else. So it's about money. Get your weight up. Get your weight up. Do not put no name in my chat room at all. I'm specifically not saying a name on purpose. Let's see. Thank you, Regal Supreme. I appreciate your contributions. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Miss Luke Casely. I appreciate you, sweetheart. Thank you so much, FBI. I appreciate you as well for your super sticker. Thank you so much. Thank you, Miss Christina, for becoming a new member. I'm so glad that you joined. Thank you, Wesley. Said just wanted to show some love. It's been a while since I called alive to all the haters. Put your D up. RIP to KS. Yes. Rest in peace to the brother Kevin Samuels. Definitely. Okay. So let me go ahead and get into what we getting into today, because this is the continuation and we're going to talk about not being a wife. The reason why I started this is because we're going to talk about, I don't know if this was a troll account or not, I'm not sure, but says even though she took $47,000 from her husband, it's still community property. So actually it's her money as well. People have to understand the power of marriages. It's united. If she thought that the money was community property and that she was completely in the right for squirreling away that money, why was it a secret? All you need to know. All you need to know. No, you hear a dog. That my neighbor has a dog. All you need to know is that it was a secret. If it's united, if the concept of being in a marriage, in a union, is about sharing things, is about doing things, the first issue where she know it was wrong is because she was taking it without his knowledge. That would be stealing. If I start taking money out of my husband's pockets and he doesn't know it, and every once and again he look around and be like, "Man, I thought I had, such and such dollars in my pocket. What happened?" And I don't say nothing. Then I know it's wrong. Because if I thought I was in the right, if I thought I was doing what I was supposed to be doing, or if I thought it wasn't nothing wrong with it, I would just say, "Oh, well, I'll be taking it." But I don't say that because I know he's finna be mad. He about to be all the way mad. Because why? It's an integrity issue. It's a trust issue. I took something from him that he did not know I was taking. That's where the biggest problem is at. Not that she had a little stash, because if he wanted her to be a housewife with no working, I don't mind a man giving a woman her allowance. Here, this is your allowance. This is the money to pay the bills, blah, blah, blah. Whatever is left over, or I got a set amount that I give you, you deal with that. If that's the way he want to work that, ain't no secret in that. She got what she got. And he ain't watching it either way. Because 9 times out of 10, if we got a man that is capable financially to put a woman and sit her down from working, and he put money in her hand, he's going to put money in her hand. He's not really going to restrict her. This wasn't a situation where he was, quote unquote, trying to control the finances, because if he was controlling the finances and he was watching it like a hawk, she wouldn't have been able to squirrel away $47,000. Do you understand what I'm saying? We can't have it both ways. So he wasn't trying to control her through taking financial access away. A job is not the only financial access. Yes, she had access to his finances, his resources. She didn't need a job. And he wasn't trying to restrict her or, you know what I'm saying, micromanage it, because she was able over the course of the years of her marriage to take money away without his knowledge. Thank you so much, Philip J., for becoming a member. How you doing, dear Philip? I appreciate you. I hope you're doing well. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look, and we're going to come back to that comment. But I'm going to start it from the beginning, and these are all the parts. It was like 4 parts. They're all short. And to come to the conclusion, because what I did the other day didn't include the conclusion, right? So I'm going to give you, today you're going to hear all of it from the top. So here we go.
For not giving my husband my escape money when I saw that we were financially struggling. I'm a 34-year-old female, have recently ran into a situation with my husband, who's a 37-year-old male, and I'm curious about if I am the ass here or not. So me and my husband have been together for 8 years, married for 7. When I got married, my mother came to me privately and talked about setting aside money as a rainy day escape fund if worse came to worse. My husband has never showed any signs of being dangerous and rarely even gets upset. But the way my mother talked about it, it seemed like a no-brainer to have. When me and my husband, I really don't like that. When my husband and I got together, we agreed I would be a stay-at-home wife. We are both child-free, so that was never a concern. My husband made a comfortable mid six-figure salary. All was good until about 2 years ago. He was injured at work in a near fatal accident. Between hospital and my other for hospital bills and a lawsuit that we lost that ate up nearly all of our savings, I took a part-time job while my husband was recovering. But when he fully recovered, we transitioned back into me being unemployed as my husband insisted that it was his role to provide. He currently is working 2 full-time jobs and Ubers on his off days to keep us afloat. Here is where I might be the I do all of the expense management and have continued to put money into my escape account, although I significantly decreased from $750 a month to just $200 a month. My husband came home exhausted one night and asked about downsizing because the stress of work was going to kill him. I told him downsizing would not be an option as I had spent many years making our house a home and offered to go back to work. He tried to be nice, but basically told me that me going back to work wouldn't make enough. After hospital bills and a lawsuit, an argument, my husband went through our finances to see where we could cut back. He was confused when he saw that I had regular occurring withdrawals leading back years and asked me about it. I broke down and revealed my money to him,
My money.
which now sits at about 47,000. After I told him all this, he just broke down sobbing. His point of view is that I treated him like a predator and hid money from him for years, even when he was at his lowest. I told him that the money was a precaution I would have taken with any partner and not specific to him. He left the house to stay with his brother and said, I heard him on every possible level, but my mom says this is exactly what the money is for. An argument, my husband went through our finances to see where.
So I need everyone to understand what was said here. He was working at whatever work he was doing, was making a substantial amount of money. Let's say 250,000, because she said mid-range 6 figures. So let's say he was bringing home $250,000 after taxes. Okay. That's awesome, right? He made enough money. They don't have any children to sit her down. She doesn't have to work. He retired her. Okay. At some point during the marriage, after years, he got into what she described as a near fatal accident. They had a lot of financial woes behind that because he not only lost his ability to work, but also there was lawsuits, there were doctor bills and things of that nature that exhausted their savings. Okay. Meanwhile, she's still sitting on the money, and from what she says, was still taking money. So she said at her height, she was taking about $750 a month, and she dropped down as if she was doing him a favor to $200 a month, even through the struggle. This is through the struggle. She never stopped taking. She never thought for a moment, maybe I should not do this. We're at too low of a financial point for me to take anything. The whatever nest egg she stole wasn't enough. She kept going. Then she said that he works 2 jobs now. He even drives Uber. So apparently he was unable to go back to whatever the previous employment was. Okay. So he's having to get a combination of jobs in order to somewhat keep up with the lifestyle that he was able to provide when he was making his 6 figures. He is dying. This man is killing himself slowly through stress and work. He comes to have a conversation with his wife about whether or not they can downsize and essentially limit he got to change the lifestyle to what he can fit. He now needs to change the lifestyle to fit his current budget, not the budget he was making a few years ago. That doesn't count anymore because he's not bringing them that money in anymore. So if you are making $250,000, let's just put a figure out there. If you're making $250,000 annually and you start making $90,000 annually, that is a drop. Now, 90,000 may still be more than the average, but it was less than what you had. So if you had $250,000 annually and you've been making that money for years, so you're comfortable with the lifestyle that money affords you without going overboard, and you take a hit and come to $90,000 or $95,000, you're not in the poorhouse, but you're not in that house either. Do you understand? Right? You may not have to go back to projects and roaches, but you're certainly not in the condo or maybe even the home that you had gotten at that when you were in that. That's a different tax bracket. It's a different tax bracket. So you got to adjust to whatever your tax bracket is currently. You got to live in the reality of what's happening, not in the past. So understanding that he is living in the reality of what he makes now, not what he made then. He comes to his wife. And he says, we need to downsize. We need to live within our means or within my means. Because I'm done killing myself trying to relive up to a lifestyle point that I no longer can afford. She said no. And then offered to work. He told her, which was reality, whatever you make, not gonna be enough to make up the difference. Because I sat you down for years. So you going to work now, you're not gonna make a lot of money at this point. So you might as well chill. But the conversation continued because she said no downsizing. And then he was like, your money that you're going to be making, whatever your entry salary going to be, not going to be enough. It's going to have to take too much time for you to catch up financially. Because she never said anything about her degree. She never said anything about what her educational stuff was. She never said anything about what her work experiences were or what expertise she had. So we're saying because she didn't say anything, we're gonna assume she don't have that. She doesn't have whatever skill set or work experience that's gonna make her be able to jump right up where her salary gonna help significantly. So he told her to leave it alone. So, but when the conversation, he got confused. Okay, so why can't we do this? So, okay, let me go through the finances. Since you're not going to budge, now I got to rework all the finances. I'm going to restructure it. Please understand. So I know she was sitting there shaking like a leaf in a high wind when he started going through the bank statements. And he's saying, wait a minute, whoa, time out, stop the presses. There are recurring siphons of money, transfers of money from this account to an account you have. Talking about she broke down and showed him. So not only was the money secret, the account was secret. Do you understand? And he's looking like, I know you He was probably able to forgive her for taking it. The part he couldn't forgive, put it in the chat room. The part he couldn't forgive. I wouldn't have forgave her for taking it. But we coming from his standpoint, from his point of view. Probably could have forgave her for having it. But what was the sticking point? Anybody know? He was at his lowest. You watched me. You watched me dying. And you didn't hand your hand out at all. I was on fire and you didn't spit to put me out. That's why I'm hurt. I was on fire and you wouldn't spit to put me out. This is who I'm married to. You can watch me burn. You can watch me die. You can watch me kill myself literally. You ain't say nothing. You ain't say nothing. I was drowning and you didn't give me a lifeline. You didn't give me a what they call them the little circle things. A lifesaver. You didn't give me nothing. You didn't give me nothing. You didn't help me at all. This is why this comment don't make no sense to me. Because do that sound united to you? Do that sound united to you? Do that sound like a woman that thought that she was united in her marriage? She's not united in her marriage. She was completely separated. And not to mention, she made it come true. All what you put out there come back to you. I want to go to a commercial break. And we're going to come back and cook this because it's too much of it. But after these messages, we'll be right back because I need everybody and their mama to go to ashkicking.com. The link is at the top of the chat. Okay? If you are trying to keep your skin looking, feeling, smelling its absolute best, then you don't have any excuse not to hit the link, ashkicking.com, for some of the best body butter and body care products on the market. If this is your first purchase, first of all, I don't know where you've been. Second of all, hurry up because you want to take advantage of the 10% discount using the promo code Crimson in order to receive that discount. That will be on your very first order. And I know you're going to keep coming back for more because I'll be coming back for more. I'm telling you, this stuff is top of the line quality. Their body butter and their body care products are top notch. So definitely treat yourself or treat a loved one. Go to ashkicking.com and pick you up some body butter today. I don't know how many likes I need, but I owe y'all a bam, 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 bam. You got to hit the like button. Bam, bam. You got to go ahead and hit that like button for me. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel for me. I would love for one of my mods to put the chat on subscriber only as I go through these super chats. Thank you, Ruminant. So the fact that the nature of that escape fund was never intended to benefit him in any way tells you all you need to know. Exactly. Thank you, Miss Almond Eye says, so you let your mama sabotage your marriage. Exactly. Thank you, Chris. And here's some more money. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I appreciate you. I see you with the passport in the icon, too. Thank you so much, Elder Ben, for becoming a YouTube member. I appreciate you so much, beloved. You're always here with the support and the encouraging words in the chat, and I appreciate you so very much. Thank you, Eugene. How you doing? Said this is the sisterhood, ladies and gentlemen. They make each other delusional by lying to each other. They ruin each other's relationships. This is exactly what that mother did to her daughter. Precisely. Thank you, twin. How you doing? Terenzo said men need to stop killing themselves monetarily. 1, for themselves. 2, for females. Women if they're mature. And 3, for a society that kills its own carelessly. Stop enabling them because they're comfortable. Thank you so much. Thank you, Roderick said, what is just as disgusting are the hyenas and their simps siding with this evil woman. Exactly. It's the siding with it for me. Here's the deal. She made it come true. When you go into a marriage, ladies, with the intent, this is why I said lionesses do not move with plan Bs. We don't move with plan Bs. We don't do this. We don't do the what if it fails? Let me backstab. There, okay. If when I say there's no plan B, here's what I mean. You don't undermine your marriage in order to save yourself, or you don't do this, what this lady's doing. If you happen to have, as a lioness, a skill set, you happen to have a level of education, you happen to have some knowledge that would be able to help you in the case of your husband's death. We're not even going to say divorces. We're not even going to talk about divorces because marriages end and they'll end in death. That's the vow. The vow we take is that they end in death. Okay? If you have some knowledge of something that would be able to help you make it, let's say you've been a housewife and you've been a house mom, a stay-at-home mom, that's fine. If you've got something that can help you, or your husband was making enough money and he left you a nest egg because he's thinking, I'm going to pass away one day. I don't want my wife and children to suffer or anything like that. Some people take out life insurances, not this stuff, sneaking stuff. Don't take out a life insurance policy on your husband and he don't know you did that. Like the sneaking and the lying is where we coming into problems. Do not lie. Do not steal. Do not sneak. Do not have a secret stash. Do not have a secret life insurance policy. Do not have don't. Why secrets? Why are the secrets? Why are we into the secrets? Why are we doing the secrets? Because when you call that kind of energy into your marriage, you destroy your marriage. You give it that energy, it's gonna fail. The fact that she stashed the money made the self-fulfilling prophecy, is what I'm trying to get to. She stashed the money for an escape, and now she really gotta use it. And the only reason she's in that position is because she stashed the money to escape. That's why she's in that position. That's why she's there. She's there because she stashed the money. Has she not stashed the money for an escape plan, she wouldn't have to now use that money as the escape plan. Now he wrong for being wronged. Now he wrong for feeling violated. He's wrong for feeling that the trust was broke. He's wrong for reacting to the betrayals. He wrong for that. He wrong. Show ain't. Show ain't, baby. The 47, that's gonna be gone like that. Because what she been doing the whole time, spending money without no consequence, spending money and ain't earning it. She ain't been, she cooked the books. I need y'all to understand how severe this is. I need the women to understand. And the reason I'm stressing this to women is because we have an innate desire for security. We have an innate desire for security. We always want to have a secure position. So it is tempting for a hyena to do stuff like this. Because as you look, the hyenas was in agreement. Nothing wrong with her putting money up. They don't say nothing about it was a secret money. But if you see your partner struggle killing himself and you don't send a lifeline, whether it was take some of the money out or come up with something, it's by far the most selfish thing you can do. Rainy day money is important, but the trust and lack of empathy as he tried to maintain shows her heart. He may need to leave her with that $47K. Women like this is the reason more and more men don't want to provide 100%. What's so crazy that her rainy day fund came at his expense, and when the storm came, he was the one without an umbrella. Imagine working to protect and provide, and this is what you're providing for. Having a secret stash is smart. No, it's not. No, it's not. Having a secret being the operative word. If your husband has retired you and sat you down, he has likely worked out. He know he gonna have to spend money on you. He know that because he just made it where you're not going outside of that home to work for nobody else. He know that's why. He know his money gonna cover you. He know he about to spend money on you. He know that. They so quick to try to say, oh, he trying to control me with the money. Like, ain't nobody even doing that. This chick is not facing not one instance of abuse, because you know they'll lie about the abuse if they have to. She sat up there and was like, he ain't been doing nothing. And it's been years and he ain't proved himself yet that he don't abuse you in any way, and you will still stockpile money. See, this is where we get into demon time. This is where we get into demon time. This is demon time. I need y'all to understand it's demon time. Having secrets and stashes and this and that, and your husband don't know nothing about it. Y'all ain't talked about this. Y'all have not nothing. That's demon time. You are inviting demonic, destructive energy into your relationship, and he is none the wiser. That man was none the wiser that his wife that's supposed to be his helpmeet had invited Shaitan through the front door to sit and sup with them the whole time. She didn't pull that money out because of two reasons. Number one, she didn't have enough empathy to pull it out. She didn't care if he died, trying to provide for her. And number two, if she pull it out, now she got to explain it. Where did you get this money from? Why do you have money? Like, that's not in the account. Like, where are you getting this money? And then she'd have had to tell it, which would have still revealed her betrayal and revealed herself to be an enemy to him. Y'all, these women are out here being enemies. You're sleeping with the enemy. Sleeping with the enemy. These women don't mean you no good. Thank you. A poverty spirit. I'm glad you said that. There's a passage in the Quran, and I'm going to say it in English. Do not allow the shaitan to, and I'm paraphrasing it, to give you the fear of poverty. Don't let him make you fear poverty. Don't do that. And this is one example why. Because she feared poverty, she ruined it. She ruined the whole marriage. She didn't want to be out. Now you out with 47. You know that's the average earning. You was with a man that was earning above average. Now you gonna have to sit with that 47. Oh, baby. You didn't want to downsize. You're gonna have to downsize today. Didn't want to downsize. Oh, I'm not just stopping my lifestyle. You gonna have to stop it today. Oh, you gonna have to stop it today. You might as well get on apartments.com and start looking for you a studio or a 1-bedroom because you ain't got no kids. So like a studio, get you like a studio. All that little trinkets and tricks and traps you done bought. I hope you can afford storage for that. Cause they want like $900 for a studio now, depending on where you at. So hey, it might have to be a studio. You know, the best you get is the appliances be black. You know, they won't be white. You didn't want to downsize. Remember that? Now the shaitan has gotten you out of the place that you was in. Didn't we get warned not to be tricked out of the place? Did not our Lord tell us don't allow shaitan to get you out like he got your parents out? Don't get you out. Don't fall for the same trick. The security. Looking for security that you already had. Already got that. Looking for something that you already had. I'm not that way downsizing. I know. Now you're going to have to. He might have had you in a Beamer. Might have had you on in a Beamer. I hope you could trade it in, get your little Kia Soul. Go and get your little Kia Soul. Riding on 13s. Go ahead. Used. Don't you dare go in there and try to get a new one. Used. I'm going to need you to get it about 2016 or so, 2015 or so. Okay. This is the lesson that I need the lioness to understand. Do not fear poverty. Hard time gonna come. There is no possible way to avoid it. As long as you are living, a hard time gonna come for you. It's gonna be up and then it's gonna be down. You gonna have money, sometimes you don't. Sometimes whether it's financial, whatever the hard time is, you gonna have one. The delusion for these females is that they should never encounter a hard time. Who told anybody that? I want to know where they got that from. They didn't even get it from the Disney Channel either. They ain't even get it from there, beloved. Know why? Because even the Disney princesses went through something. Ariel had to lose her voice and learn how to walk on brand new legs. Ursula had done got her in that contract. She couldn't sing or say nothing. She had to go through something. Get where she got to. Fiona had to turn into a whole Shrek to get her man. She had to forego her beauty to turn into a whole ogre and live her life like an ogre in the swamp. Cinderella was sweeping out embers out of the fireplace. Was it nasty every day? Stepmama was beating on her. Them two step sisters were jumping her all day, snatching her hair out, whooping her down, all kind of stuff. Listen, they wasn't even getting it from the, y'all ain't get that from Disney. Huh? You didn't even go through nothing to get to the happily ever after. You just want to live happily ever after. Who told you to do that was going to happen? I want to know. I want to know where that promise was made. Because the Lord I served didn't say that. The God I served didn't say that, promised me no such thing. No such thing. He never said, well, you know, you're not going to, if you serve me, you're not going to ever have any problems and life is going to be some type of fairy tale. And I don't remember that nowhere. Matter of fact, he promised the opposite. Y'all better talk to me. Y'all better talk to me today. All my spiritual people in here, you better talk to me today. Matter of fact, he promised the opposite. If you serve me, you're gonna have trouble. You better. That's why he said, put on the armor of righteousness. Do you understand? You don't put armor on unless you're fighting. You put armor on for to sit and twiddle your toe, rub your feet together. That ain't why you put armor on. You put armor on to fight. Because it's a struggle. We was promised a struggle as a result of service. That's what we was promised. It's gonna be hard. That we call it a spiritual battle. We had spiritual warfare. What is this? What is this? Y'all better come back down to earth. Come back down to reality. These chicks is not living in reality. I should never go through no hard time. You know, what little false God you serving told you that? You better quit burning that sage if it's got you thinking that. If you burn sage and the sage tell you that you ain't got to have no problem, if the tarot card turn over and you get the 5 of pentacles and then it tell you ain't supposed to have no problem because you drew the 5 of pentacles, I suggest you leave that alone. Leave that alone. No, y'all better stop shaking them little crystals. I don't where you getting the information. But it's false. I can tell you that. It's wrong. The information is wrong. If you're shaking them little crystals and you're burning incense and you got that little candle going on that altar, it's wrong. All you got to do is turn around and live life, and you'll see it's wrong. Anyway, let me see. Did I catch up on the super chats? Thank you, Mark Fuller, for your super sticker, sweetheart. Thank you, Mogul Maze, for your support. Mogul Maze been here a minute. You one of my day ones, ain't you, Mogul? Or close to it. Thank you, Grady. Said those type of women are the real broke dusties. We as men never were like they say we are. Excuse me. Definitely. Thank you, Skinny Boy. Said if he did this to her, he'd be crucified. Exactly. Thank you, Miss Beshua. Said even with her escape fund, considering the lifestyle to which she was accustomed, that 47K isn't going to last very long. And considering that this has gone viral, no man of means is gonna want to deal with her. They don't think long term like that, sis. Thank you, Common Man said a man thought he was married to a wife, but didn't realize he married a whore. I know, because what happened to that man happened to me, and I took in her 2 kids too, and this hurts. Thank you, Miss FBI says she broke the trust. Exactly. Thank you, Frederick said this is why men cannot match your energy, ladies. This is real time teaching. Knock it off. Thank you, Nerdine said Kendra, go get to the chopper. Thank you so much. Thank you again, sis. Says not just poverty, she wanted to floss. With the economy nowadays, she won't be doing much of that. And she didn't think, I guarantee you she didn't think about it. Thank you, Mark said Michael Jordan and Tom Brady move over. We have a new GOAT when it seems you can't outdo yourself. Another slam dunk with a broken backboard. Thank you, Shar said the modern day Western woman is like a bottomless pit. Her appetite is insatiable. She will wipe her mouth after she eats and cry out that she has done nothing wrong. Exactly. So I want to thank everyone who became a member today. I want to thank everybody who subscribed, everyone who contributed and sent a super chat. Let me see if I've got any cash apps. I don't want to miss anyone. Let's see. Thank you, SH, and thank you, PO, for your contribution through Cash App. I appreciate you. Listen, jump down in the comment section and let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your hostess, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.